Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Donut Like, Donut Read. My name is Clemens, and with me today is Adam,
At your service.
Joaquin,
What's up?
John,
Greetings, normies.
and Julius.
Hello, it's me, evil Julius. I have turned bad.
Yeah, and
No, not
guys,
really. Hey,
I have a
A
really big
third
problem.
time.
I couldn't address it before. I watched the Steel Donut cover turned bad. I helped DLDR cover turned bad part 2, but I haven't read part 3. I heard it's fan-made, but I've never seen it.
fan made by a certain person. I'm not really sure who they were.
It's truly a mystery. It just came
It
out
could
of the void.
be anyone. He could be here with us right now.
It could be you.
fact-
Dun,
It
dun,
could-
dun.
It could be me. Is it me?
Yeah,
No, it's not me.
let's open the link. It's Mocha. Could be anyone. We
Yeah, it
have
could be anyone.
we have turned bad. The lost Squeakquel.
Hooray!
Great
It has
picture,
been-
by the way.
It's great. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, we use this. I mean, I made this picture as a joke for the video itself. I think this was in part 4, maybe, because at some point, to give like a quick recap, at some point in Turned Bad, New Life, New Conflict, towards the end, he's like sick for a brief moment when they're on the helicopter and his eyes turn red.
Oh
We
yeah.
made a joke
He turned
about him
bad.
becoming Evan.exe. But he was turned bad before, so his eyes turned red. And then that just wasn't brought up again. But I kinda... So with the story, I guess, tried to work with like some of the stuff that the original stories like tossed aside. And try to kind of like wrap things up a bit. As far as that's even possible with something as coherent as the Turned Bad series.
It's fine. All you gotta do is just throw in some Smash Mouth and we're good to go. Or whatever.
Anyway, does
Whatever.
anyone does anyone want to read the description or should I take it?
Take it.
When Alvin tries to take his own life after being called out by his brother Alex, things suddenly take a turn for the worse and soon the fates of both human and chipmunk kind are at stake. But will an unlikely hero save the day? Read on to find out.
Ooh, that's exciting. Exciting
And
place to start
everyone
off.
died. The end. I had to get that out of my system. I'm sorry.
Oh, also Luna just
Oh, hey!
I
Great!
thought
Hello.
I thought it was anyway.
And
Don't
here
worry.
we have Luna.
I'm back. Hi.
There we go. Now we're all introduced.
I know my audio is gonna sound terrible. Give me a second. Plug in my mic. Okay, here we go. How do I sound? The same?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Clemens, you might want to check the audio for.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Fixed it. This should be the right mic.
Actually,
Speak again normally.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, now you're in the range.
yeah, now it sounds good.
We're live and alive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Awake and alive, if you will.
Oh no, dude.
Today we stand our ground and we never back down.
yeah. This is in the parody slash drama section. I couldn't believe that this isn't some serious fanfic. We have Simon, Alvin, Dave, OC, so fuck Theodore.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Hey,
only
dude.
give a. To be fair, you can only give a certain amount of characters. So
yeah.
I had to decide.
This
That's
is
the
an
one-
AO3 where you can list the entire cast. So
Yeah, that's the one thing that fanfiction.net has over AO3. Like, you will list, like, I'm going to list 30 characters, only 2 of them will have major parts. Cope. See even.
But like to defend myself, I did pay respect to Theodore because before I wrote this, I wrote another Alvin and the Chipmunk crackfic, and in that Theodore was the hero. So
Good for him.
As
He
a
deserves it.
voice actor for
This is
Theodore
war.
in a certain chipmunk media, I will always stand for Theodore.
Same.
yeah,
He's always my
except when he
favorite.
turns into a weird alpha on Valentine's Day.
Oh, come on. Just let Theodore have his couscous. He never got his couscous.
Yeah, and we start the story with a great quote from a great person. So,
Yeah, I should probably read this. I don't know why, but you know what? I wrote Night Shadow versus Alvin and the Chipmunks. I can write Turn Bad 3. By the way, Night Shadow versus Alvin and the Chipmunks was the story I just mentioned, where that was like when the Steel Donut Collective ended.
Actually, before we continue, Spooky Iguana actually, like, I'm actually curious about this. He says he gaslit himself into thinking there was a chipmunk story where Eleanor blew a raspberry during sex. Does anyone feel like having any idea where that came from, or?
If I had read that, I would have blocked it out of my brain very quickly, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
know.
It sounds
Sounds
familiar,
kinda
but
familiar, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Was that one we read or one
Like,
the
on his
Steel
stomach.
Donut read?
It's possible.
If it has to do with Eleanor,
Was it
Probably
Dave's car accident?
either
Because
that
I remember
or
there was sex
Theodore's. Well, there's the Theodore-centric story that we read, so...
Oh yeah, what was it called?
Might be someone
Theodore's
Courage boost?
encouragement or
courage
something.
boost.
Yeah. I remember
Courage
there being
boost, that was
raspberries in
it.
that one though, but okay. But
Yeah, we start with a prologue.
Oh yeah, right. These voice lines aren't really assigned, but
You read the
I'm
quote?
gonna say this is Steve because this is definitely Dave. This first line.
Alvin, are you all right? Speak to me, please. Alvin. Alvin!
Yeah, that's how I knew it was Dave was supposed to be Dave.
Classic
Theodore's
Dave.
School of
Very,
Food.
very cheeky.
Yeah, I was reading the comments. Who is this next line supposed to be?
It's a good question.
I guess this could be Alex.
Is he dead?
I can still feel
That's
a
not
pulse. Someone call a doctor, please.
Also, of
quick.
course, always not 103. You gotta do not 103.
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Assuming you did that intentionally.
Of course he did.
The cool thing about writing
I mean-
a parody story is if he makes any mistakes, you can say that it's intentional as part of the bit.
That's
Yeah,
the spirit.
to be fair, there are both intentional and unintentional mistakes here. A lot
God,
of
I
the
really hope
intentional ones are like references to steel classic like Steel Donut mistakes and mistakes we encountered. But yeah, some were also unintentional. Some I actually went back and fixed.
Rule 1 of
Like,
creation,
between
don't
updating
admit to your
chapters.
mistakes.
But
Here's
yeah,
hoping
since
to
this is a
didn't-
parody, I can claim everything's intentional.
Here's I'm crossing my fingers to hoping you
Oh, really?
at some point in the story intentionally put holy shit somewhere in the story.
I don't think I did, I'm sorry.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
There's always next story after Cosmo in high school.
Or maybe well, no, Cosmo in high school doesn't really have that many intentional misspellings. Yeah, maybe after that. If I ever finish that.
Okay, so the next time is then probably John Wilson, if you posted the characters in order, or is...
No.
I did it.
John Wilson is not here.
Oh, okay.
John's not here. This is Alex, actually.
Oh, again. Okay, me again. Oh my god, he's gonna die, and it's all my fault because of what I said.
L.
And this one could be anyone.
Stop talking and get help
Oh,
giving him CPR.
I'm
What just happened? Was this just on my end?
What do you mean?
Like I heard like a weird audio spike. Was that just on my end?
I
might have been
heard it.
me.
Got kind of echoey.
Okay.
Odd.
Okay, this is John Wilson.
Great news, sir. The initiation was a success. We made sure one of our agents will be overseeing the subject's further development.
Alright, this is you, Adam. It's time to...
Excellent! Those are indeed great news! Soon we can start the second phase of our plan!
It all
Stop
started
talking
with
like that
Chris
before I go
Guthrie.
to HR. But sir, are you sure that this is the right thing to do? I feel kind of bad for him.
I feel kind of turned bad right now.
Oh! Sorry. You can believe me. I know what I'm doing, not one, not three. Now, would you please leave? I need some time with myself.
I swear it wasn't supposed to sound like that.
Right, sir, and I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. I should have been an accountant.
Ouch, ouch. I need time with myself now.
Alright.
Is it-
Be gone.
Listen, there's a reason why there's a no blacklight sign on the door.
Sir, I wish you wouldn't.
You know, this
Yeah,
is kind of like Boobarah. This is kind of like when Boobarah went, you know, when Liu was beating me up when I was a lion.
I'm always saying this.
Fantastic.
Many people are saying this.
Cash. Any closing
Right.
notes on the prologue?
So
I mean, not
Adam
too
is-
many.
I guess Alvin is a secret chipmunk operative now. Like this was all like did they insert like a crazy chip into his brain so he'd start Chipmunk World War III?
Well, you'll find out.
So that's a yes. That's a yes.
Oh, thank you,
There was gonna be an angle like that.
Yeah. Now we have chapter 1. One sick chipmunk. Kind of familiar title. Maybe a steel donut. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. Normal path. When Alvin and his dad Robert Scott have came back to the Seville house after being plane crashed on a tropical island with Tyler, everyone was still mad at him for being evil, especially Alex, who told his brother, he wanted to fix everything, he should just drop dead.
Geez, getting a little bit personal, narrator.
Yeah,
And
Robert
just to
Scott
reiterate,
was-
this is what's
yeah.
happened at the end. Yeah, Dr. Robert Scott was his end, and this was the end of New Life, New Conflict. This was, well, actually, it was where the author, like, stopped writing. Don't think it was supposed to be the end, but yeah. The end was them arriving home, and everyone was really mad at Alvin, but not at his dad for some reason, even though he was also evil. And then Alex told him to commit Sudoku, and then he tried to do that, and that's where it left off.
Well, don't forget, we also had that great misspelling of bastard.
Oh yeah.
Bastard.
Bastard.
After hearing that, Alvin pulled a razor out of his hoodie and moved it towards his stomach. And here I have a story from school. I need help from Julius. What is häkeln in English?
I'm actually not sure. Is that knitting, or is it is there another word for that?
So we were in 6th grade, and some of us had knitting class, kinda. And one of them fumbled with his needle and stabbed himself in the stomach region. It wasn't very serious because it was a small needle, but by the time the story reached our classroom, because of rumors getting constantly bigger and bigger, the time it reached our classroom, it was a suicide attempt.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Maybe it was crochet. Is that what you're referring to?
That
it
might
wasn't.
be it.
It was just, oops, I accidentally stabbed myself with a needle, but by the time it got to us, it was, yeah, he was trying to end his life.
Oh, so what you're telling me is Alvin didn't mean to stab himself. He was like, okay, I know what to do. I'll knit up an apology sweater. Oops.
Apology sweater.
I was gonna say it's not as good as an apology photo, but we didn't release those videos yet.
Yeah, I gotta work on that soon.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, maybe a guardian angel will protect Alvin.
And a live angel, perhaps. Oh, wait.
We never released that.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
It gets boring after a while, folks.
Yeah.
Trust us.
But before the others could even try to stop him, Alvin froze as they all saw the golden honey vanish from his eyes, as they became all red, after which the chipmunk fell / dropped to the floor. Oh, the slash
Yeah,
arc.
you better believe I'm gonna abuse this joke throughout this whole story. Also, there's one thing I wasn't. There's one thing about this chapter, like, as I said, the last story I wrote was Night Shadow versus Alvin and the Chipmunk, where Night Shadow from Fate goes to the Alvin and the Chipmunk world, and I wrote that in the kind of style Fate was written in, and that always had these run-on sentences where the author went, as this happened, as he then did this, then this came into his vicinity, and like all the sentences were like that, and I was still kind of in that mode of writing, and that's why that's why it's formulated like as they became all red after a year. I was still in that writing mode, and I think you can still kind of I can still kind of see that because I knew that that's what happened.
Also, for DC and Marvel Fan 29, Night Shadow was the villain like the last stream of the Steel Donut Collective, which is like we're the sequence channel to that, and it was like and they were like the main villain, like a weird like self-insert My Little Pony like weird adventure where he was like the main bad guy. I can't even begin to explain it. Frankly,
yeah, he was
better than that.
I mean, Night Shadow was kind of just a generic villain, to be honest. Was like, I'm evil, I want to take over.
The real villain was the other guy's dad.
Yeah. I mean, Night Shadow, the most important thing about him was that he would talk in his Royal Canterlot voice. And in Night Shadow versus Alvin and the Chipmunk, I kept misspelling that in increasingly ridiculous ways, and it would become his Royal Chantilly voice or his Royal Carolot voice. His Royal Cantaloupe voice.
Yeah. Dave rushed to the phone to call an ambulance, while Simon and Theodore were trying to give CPR, while Brittany tried to calm Alex down, who was really distressed, as he thought this was all his fault because of what he had said / told to Alvin.
Hey man, it's not your fault that he decided to stab himself.
After about 15 minutes, the ambulance arrived as they took Alvin into the car / vehicle.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Yeah.
Physical cringe that is happening.
Yeah, life pro tip, kinda related. It makes me think of that if you are in the US and you are about to commit a crime. Call a pizza delivery service, and if a pizza takes 20 minutes to come to your location, the police will take 30. It will always be 10 minutes more than the pizza service.
Yeah, good to know. All right then.
Okay, now Alex.
Is he alright? Will he make it? Is he gonna die? Please, won't you tell me already?
Wow, you sound so distressed saying this.
Asked Alex in a hysteric tone while Britt was still trying to clam him down. Clam the flip down! Yeah.
I can't possibly tell you that.
Said one of the paramedics, and the second one added,
You'll just have to wait after we check them out.
Excuse me? You're like a human people, though, and they are chipmunk.
It's okay.
You doubt my power.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what condition he has?
Asked/inquired Tyler.
Because I have never seen anything like this before. His eyes have turned completely red.
Again, we don't know yet, but we'll be having him checked out by our best doctor, and once we know, we will inform you about his condition.
Said the first paramedic. Medic.
What's your insurance?
They're too
Whoa.
Don't dismiss them so quickly.
Don't worry, this is an AU.
Whoa, that is good to hear. Right here.
Dave
Miss
said
time and space.
with relief in his voice, believing Alvin to be in good hands.
That's all they stand. Are you in good hands?
The ambulance van drove away with Alvin while everyone went back inside. Alex started crying in Brittany's arms.
This is all my fault, you guys. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't tell him to kill himself. No. Am I criminally liable now? Do I need to call a lawyer?
Dear/am I the asshole? I had a heated gamer moment against Alvin. Am I the asshole?
To be fair, he was trying to start a race war.
Not
Our
the
special
asshole, man.
relationships. ESH.
Well, they meant to write well, but good too here.
R/am I wrong? Was I wrong to start a race war? I don't think it's a big deal.
Ida?
I mean, I was just protecting my species.
Yeah.
Like, even the CIA guy said that. At the end of Turn Bad New Love New Conflict, remember that?
Oh yeah. R/am I the devil? EMH, everyone's monk here. These are some good bangers. Thank you guys.
Alright, here we have Brittany. Alex, you know that's not true. He didn't cut himself, remember? He was probably sick with something and that is why he dropped to the floor, so it's really not your fault at all.
Brittany said/spoke to him. Am I turned bad?
I have turned so bad.
Tyler?
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
She is right, Alex. Alvin was already sick when we were on the helicopter earlier. It was probably the same sickness that made him unconscious now.
Tyler
That
added.
made him become unconscious now.
Oh, sorry. Made him become unconscious, yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, it's happens to me all the time.
You know what? I'm beginning to miss him already. What? Dave, come on.
Okay.
He's not dead yet.
Right. Keep reading.
Dave said sadly.
Yes, even though of what he did was unforgivable, he is still one to be missed.
Tyler said/replied.
I wish he would come back.
Said Theo, munching on some delicious butter.
He's a wish.
Okay. Hey guys, didn't we already have this conversation before? Wait, no, was I Simon? Oh shit, did I steal a line by accident? No, I didn't.
Were you son? Oh,
Fantastic.
Okay.
Maybe Fern.
Yeah, you see, the joke is they literally had this conversation before. This was lifted straight from New Life, New Conflict. As you can see by the fact that the grammar was suddenly worse.
Asked Simon. Fear wanted to reply, but he suddenly became a have a hollow stare as he then spoke in a weird / creepy voice.
Oh no. Theodore? Who's Theodore?
Shit, I lost my place. Hold on. Okay. Is it there is something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There, no 103 is something. This period within me. I must, no 103, fight it, but I can't. No 103. It's consuming me.
He suddenly started screaming.
Help! Dear, please, dear God, anyone help me.
It's ironic that now he's the one being consumed.
Theodore Seville, I, God, judge you guilty of the sin of gluttony. This will be our next live stream, the Seville family on trial.
Theo has become the Lord.
As everyone was shocked looking at him, he suddenly snapped out of his trance-like state.
Why are you guys looking at me like that?
He asked / inquired.
It gets me every time. Hey guys, do you think Theo was feeling what Alvin's feeling again?
Asked Simon.
Like, what happened when Alvin was on the island with Tyler when he met his dad again and Theo and Jen were reenacting it? What the?
Yeah, that
Oh.
actually happened. If you don't remember, that actually happened in New Life, New Conflict.
Yeah, that's...
I think it was because in the first one he injected them with a
nanobots.
serum or something. Yeah,
Something like
some shit like that. And then in New Life,
Yeah,
New
but-
Conflict,
So, like,
yeah.
What they want. Really feeling
they
it.
were reenacting Alvin meeting Robert.
Oh,
I
me again.
sure hope.
No, never mind, sorry.
I sure hope it wasn't,
Said Tyler.
because that would mean Alvin is in great agony right now.
Heart-short agony.
Meanwhile, in the ambulance, wabba lubba dub dub!
Come on.
Please, no.
I thought that was why you roared like that for that setup.
Okay.
All right.
Any closing remarks on Chapter 2, One Sick Chipmunk?
Not really. I hope you're all hooked now.
And that's technically chapter 1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's technically
Yeah.
Chapter 1
Theater
because...
Yeah, it's off because of how fanfic.net counts the chapters. Because I
When,
put a prologue in there.
Was a Theodore like being taken over by a force? Was that like that joke thumbnail I made where like there's like the flashing white in front of his eyes?
No, I think that was just a joke we made about him like smiling from ear to ear.
Oh yeah.
And then I made the thumbnail based on that joke.
Yeah. Yeah, you made it based on that joke, and I think you just crossed him out because like Theodore flanderization.
Okay, then we move on to Chapter 3, Chapter 2, the X-Virus
Oh yeah, it's going down.
with Elvenporth.
Yeah, this is the one chapter that's gonna be mostly me, but don't worry, Avena doesn't have as many lines in the rest of the fic.
I'm the unnamed doctor. I got this.
Hey, I woke up breathing heavily and bathed in my own sweat. I must have had the most terrible nightmare ever, but I couldn't remember any detail of what had happened. Oh well, back to the issue at hand, that being where I was. I remember being at my old family's house and them being mad at me. Then I wanted to commit school died. Props if you get that reference. Actually, I put this in without even remembering where it came from. I think it was Why is Life Cruel? But when I put this in, I still had like the word school died in my head, but I didn't remember what Steel Donut video it was from. Then I wanted to commit school that with the razor, but did I actually cut myself? You were gonna say something, John?
No, I said we could figure that out later, or like it'll come to us later, or whatever the hell.
All right. Well, maybe they drove me to the hospital after cutting myself. The room sure looked like a hospital, not 103. Just then, a guy in white doctor's clothing came in, and I thought, well, that just proves my theory right. In case you can tell, I'm kind of taking the piss of how Elvin's POV chapters were written in, like, the original story, because he also went, well, a lot.
It appears that I am in a day. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I couldn't figure that on the fly.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny to write it like him being totally nonchalant after he just tried to commit suicide.
I mean,
And now it's like, oh well, that just happened.
Ah, well, Mr. Scott, I see you are finally awake.
He said.
Well, more or less, I suppose.
That's me. That's Elvin.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Well, more or less, I suppose. I said
you...
/ replied.
Now, do you remember? I lost the accent. Shoot. Now, do you remember what happened to you in the last few days?
He asked. Well, I did try to cut my belly with a razor. I suppose that's why I'm here, right?
Yeah, and do you remember
inquired.
And do you remember having any symptoms of illness in the last week?
The doctor asked me again, which was a bit odd that he would ask me that. Does that mean I wasn't here for the suicide attempt? I had to think for like 5 seconds before replying.
Wait, pause it. What the heck do you mean you weren't there for the suicide attempt? You were the one trying it.
No, he means, does that mean I'm not in the hospital because of that?
Oh, okay. That's much better. That's a much better logic.
I believe I felt sick after staying on a remote island for days, and I even had to vomit at one point, I told him.
For a straight minute, remember?
Yeah.
Now that confirms my suspicions, Mr. Scott. I'm afraid to tell you that you've been infected by a very rare virus called the X virus. That's what made you sick and what made you fall unconscious yesterday, which is why you were brought here.
He told / explained, which made me shocked to my core. What? I screamed / asked.
What?
Scream /
How is this possible? Then after composing myself added, is not 103, is this virus lethal? Will I live? Am I going to die?
I'm gonna die eventually. Immortality would be the worst curse of all. Now, Mr. Scott, as I just said, the X virus is very rare and there have only been a few studies on it, so we don't fully understand its effects yet.
Yeah, X gonna give it to you.
X-Force.
Literally.
Now, the patients usually experience increasingly...
Wait, I haven't read my line.
Oh.
The door began.
The patients usually experience increasingly aggressive behavior as well as an altered appearance. A few known cases of having you put down to their behavior becoming incredibly unhinged and violent. If I can just find my syringe, we can get right on that.
He finished / ended his explanation. Also, yes, Turn just said, yeah, I'm gonna run with this / joke. What? That is horrible! I screamed in panic of what was about to happen to me. I then hesitated as I asked, wait, what do you mean by altered appearance? The doctor didn't even say anything as he just held a mirror up to my face. What I saw in the mirror, well, to put it simply, it horrified me. My eyes had become completely black, like that one blue-haired singer's, except there were red dots where the pupils should have been. My lips were formed into what looked like a horrifying permanent grin.
And who's the blue-haired singer? Because when I hear blue-haired singer, I think exclusively of Hatsune Miku, and I know that can't be what you're referencing.
No, I was
Gorillas.
referencing 2D, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Although he has white eyes now.
Ronnie
I mean,
Radcliffe.
he had them since the now.
No,
Trust me,
definitely
Verde,
not
this
Ronnie.
This isn't the most tame virus we've ever come across in one of these stories.
Oh, don't worry, it's gonna get worse.
Oh.
And there really is no cure for this? I asked / cried.
Well, it's still an experimental therapy, but it is expensive, and the result is uncertain, and it's still in very development, and you don't have insurance, so.
It's called chipmunk plastic surgery.
Oh, come on, he's an evil super genius. He has the money. He had all those like battleships, I think.
Yeah, you can being able to afford a battleship is very different from being able to afford American healthcare without insurance.
I mean, technically, those were Yellow Brittany's father's warships.
Oh
right?
yeah, he assembled the army beforehand. You're right. I don't care. Give me this therapy. I wanna live, god damn it. I said / demanded in a hysteric voice. Okay. The duck then suddenly took out a bag and put it over my head as he was shouting.
You insolent fool! I'm a double agent!
I imagine that's like
Nice.
it's like Dark Heart, and it's like time for a game of disappearing monks.
Yeah. As he put me inside the bag and started running. Well, out of the hospital, I suppose, but it's not like I could see being inside the bag and all. Yeah, that's an old reference.
For certain.
After what seemed like hours, I could feel that I was put on the ground again as someone opened up the bag. Well, what the flip was that for? I said / asked as I then heard a voice speak.
Okay, dude. What
So-
the flip?
So,
This
this me, or-
is you, Adam.
So, did you enjoy the ride, Alvin?
boss, please, boss.
The voice said in a mocking tone, and as I looked up, I
I'm so
saw.
sorry about this, Alvin.
Wait, who are you? Not a question, I said, not recognizing the chipmunk that was standing in front of me.
Tisk, tisk. Do you really not remember Alvin Scott?
He asked.
It's like,
I-
that'd be super impressive, you knowing my name if I weren't a pop star. that tried to commit a genocide.
I don't. Do I know you? I asked confusedly. He looked at me disappointed.
Well, never mind then.
He said / grumbled.
But you do recognize her, right?
He asked mockingly as a chipette walked into the room holding her head low.
Did Rose have a voice cast?
I don't think so, no.
I think it was me actually, but in later chapters, someone else can take her for now.
Let's look a quick gander. And...
I do, and I do, and I
Wait,
always have.
we're not there yet.
Oh, wait, shoot. Oh yeah, sorry.
Rose, you're working for this guy? I said in shock for her betrayal.
Like I do, and I always have.
She said in a low voice.
I'm like, so sorry, Alvin.
Yeah.
Like zoinks.
You're going to like Juvie. Sorry? Not 1 or 3. Sorry will never help. Sorry won't make anything better.
Yeah, it's too late.
This is very deep because this is what Alex said at the end of New Life, New Conflict. But now it's Alvin saying it to someone else, so ask me what it means. I said slash screamed with anger as she ran out of the room with tears in her eyes. What do you want from me? I shouted slash asked to the unknown chipmunk.
To the unknown chipmunk is very powerful.
The unknown chipmunk. Harness the power that will be enabled by the X virus altering of your body and using it to take over the world, of course!
I wonder if the Joker's hiring.
Speaking of old references.
He said, grinning.
Clothes, but at least he doesn't talk like that. I could do better for myself, the henchman, I think.
Nice.
Never, I shouted. I will never help you with your plans, you heard me?
But you will once the transformation has been completed. Trust me. Not one, not three.
He said, after which a cage came down on me, was then taken out of the room by two other chipmunks, which turned out being Rose's parents. Well, guess they're betraying me too now.
Well, I guess I'm getting betrayed.
I'm so disappointed in you for turning your back on our
Where's
glorious...
that Kevin James pick?
While being taken away, I heard the mysterious chipmunk shout after me.
Bro, is he talking from the inside of like a mini tube? What is that?
Alright.
Okay.
Time for chapter 3.
What
happened to Alvin? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. And
Muffled screaming.
yeah, Dave's puff. Fucking finally. Finally some Dave action now. Hopefully a reward or two. He definitely deserves that.
Dave's
yeah,
or
finally Dave's
Dave
reward.
S.
Dave S. We all sat in the living room watching the TV when suddenly a special news report came on.
The announcer?
TV announcer?
I thought that was. I thought that was. Oh, the thing is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of the prologue. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Where is it? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have some breaking news for you. The infamous Alvin has vanished from the hospital he was staying in after coming down with the rare disease called the X virus. The Hippocratic oath is dead. The doctor have been working on his case and vanished too. I'm expected to believe this is another trick of Alvin to continue his evil plans. And now the sugar spice.
No, the sugar spice.
Get if you somehow make work in a everything nice joke, I'm walking out here right now. Burn my computer. I'm going to live out the rest of my life as a Powerpuff Girl because I can't.
I'm gonna live out the rest of my life as a Powerpuff Girl. It's crazy.
Honestly, I think every news report should end with "and now the sugar spice."
Sugar spice, ice spice, whatever. I can't believe Alvin tricked us again.
Wait.
Theo.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. Yes. Wait. Do you really believe that it's a trick?
Said/asked Alex.
I mean, he tried tricking us before, so why not? What's so funny, dude?
I don't know.
Yo, rebutted.
But he was really sick, I sure know. Since he vomited on my hand.
Arler weighed in. I think I have a confession to make. Not one, not three. Robert said, and everyone started looking at him surprised.
Is it? Spit it out, Doctor!
Asked/demanded Brittany. This virus they were talking about, not 103, not 103, I may have helped in creating it.
Okay, you want to
Okay.
count us down?
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What?
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 Everyone asked/exclaimed in shock. You heard me right? I helped creating it! Robert said in a loud voice.
But why and how?
Asked Simon. Yeah, Simon's created viruses before. He should know.
Oh, yeah.
That was another universe.
Was it though? I thought all of these stories were in the same universe, kind of.
They're all in the multiverse.
They're in the Alan Chipmunks
You
multiverse.
see, it's kind of
Oh,
like a
yeah.
bowl of spaghettis, and sometimes the spaghetti they
Oh,
cross each other. There's like intersections,
The
but most of the
monkverse.
time they stay parallel, and except when they don't, and it's yeah, it's the multiverse.
Yeah. But I later became suspicious when he demanded me giving the virus weird and even harmful effects. No shit. On the host, like growing sharp teeth and suppression of all feelings and morals. Jesus. That's when I realized he wanted the virus not to enhance chipmunk. No shit!
What the? What do you think?
What was the process of him realizing it? I wonder if he was like, "Hey, these are weird side effects. Oh, that's on purpose. Oh. Are you? Oh, I mean, I could. Oh, okay.
But to
Okay.
create genetically advanced soldiers he could use for his whims. He continued.
Who was Gene?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
That's,
Wait, is that me? Fuck.
Yeah,
yeah, it
it's
is
you.
you.
I tried. Okay, sorry, gotcha. Yeah, it can be hard to keep track. And you still gave him what he wanted?
Wait, what the fuck? Where am I?
Yeah, of course
that's
not. The doctor
Christine.
shouted.
Yeah. Of course not. The doctor shouted, annoyed at what she said. If I refused any further cooperation and told him to screw off, I refused it. Yeah, never mind. Unfortunately, not long after the test tube that contained the virus got stolen from my lab. I suspect it was the very chipmunk that commissioned it in the first place.
I told him to make like a banana and screw off.
I told him to make like the rainforest and
Cafe.
make like the rainforest cafe and only have like 3 locations across the entire country.
There's hold on. I know how many. There's like 18 left. I think a couple of YouTubers went to every single one of them in like a couple of weeks.
Oh, sweet. I was because like I made like my own like version that like make like a thing and blank. I was like let's make like the rainforest and make ourselves scarce. That's what I was trying to do. But
Man,
anyways,
I miss Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, there used to be one not too far from where I lived.
I need to go there one of these days. I went once on vacation years ago. In fact, like my parents like they had these like 2 mugs that they have used for years. They got it at some other time before.
Can't wait for the meetup vlogs where we meet in South America and save the rainforest.
Rainforest. I said.
Okay,
I think this is Tyler's
yeah,
room.
Tyler.
Okay.
Robert, do you remember what the name of that chipmunk was? Maybe he was connected to this.
Asked Tyler. Sadly, no, answered Robert. It was something starting with the letter M, like Marvin, Maurice, Melvin, something like that.
Melvin, brother of the Joker.
I was thinking Maurice, which is Sonic's middle name. Some given.
How many?
Maurice
Come-
Mort.
Take a shot every time we do a Channel Awesome reference.
I mean,
No, please.
have we done
I
that
haven't
already?
watched Channel Awesome in like years.
Like,
Hmm.
I will say,
They're still going?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
Like
still
at
going.
least nostalgia critic. He's mellowed out. You know, he's just happy to be around. You know, even
Yeah.
he loves like when he plays like makes fun of him. He just finds it hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's respect. I respect that. Like, unlike Linkara, like I respect how like he hears someone
Yeah.
make a funny impression. He's like, "Wow, you're hilarious. I love that."
It was
Like-
something that started with the letter M, like Marvin, MLP Unite.
Oh god, the
Oh, God.
true villain revealed.
Just like, and then it's like, look, a guy in a mask. He takes off the mask to reveal like the Kermit the Frog. Who's next?
You know,
I still think Alvin is trying to trick us.
said Theo.
How can you say something like that, Theo? There's obviously something fishy going on.
Said / argued Tyler. We all then started to argue about whether Alvin really got kidnapped or he was trying to trick us, and it turned out the family was pretty evenly split, with Tyler, Robert, Jean, and Alex believing Alvin to be innocent, while me, Theo, Simon, Eleanor, and Brittany found him to be guilty. The jury has spoken, guys.
Judge, jury, executioner.
Wait, who's the
We are
executioner
Judge Dredd.
Brittany.
here? Fair enough, all right.
I get
Brittany
the feeling
evil
that
spirit. Sorry, go on.
I get the feeling that I forgot someone in the equation, but I can't put my finger onto who that might be. Not one, not
Wait
three.
a goddamn minute. Now, hold on a fucking second. How do you
Yeah.
forget about Alvin's boo? You know, how do you forget that?
Forget what?
What?
Huh?
No, Evan's not here. He's vanished.
I forgot
That's who he
nothing.
was referring to.
I just think I know who Brittany is in relationship with Alvin. It doesn't change from the fact that she's the executioner. She can put her personal feelings aside in order to do her job. She's a strong, independent woman.
Oh, fair enough. All right, yeah.
You know, here's something they forgot. Remember when Claire without an E at the end existed?
And I'm
Because
the,
then it turned bad. She never was released by Alvin.
I'm the judge, and as the judge, I acknowledge that the jury came to a decision, but as it was a stupid ass decision, I decided to ignore it. Death sentence.
Well, you thought jury nullification was just for the jury, not a judge nullification.
You see, when y'all nullify, you can go home. When I nullify, you can't. Boom.
Bailiff can block the doors. Nobody's leaving until the jury comes to the correct conclusion.
Okay, I'm gonna sentence the defendant to death, and I'm gonna sentence the jury for 5 years prison sentence for coming to a bad decision.
You're under arrest for aiding and abetting a criminal. That was actually like a subplot in Ace Attorney where there was like a country where no one wanted to be a defense attorney because if you were a defense attorney and your client got like declared guilty, then you were labeled as an accomplice.
Oh yeah, that's Spirit of Justice. That's like Maya's like that's where Maya's religion is like originated.
Ace Attorney lore is so insane. The thing that something that I think is funny and something that makes me so frustrated about Ace Attorney lore is there are several points where it seems that there might be maybe a ghost did the murder, maybe a yokai did the murder, and the game treats you and Phoenix like you're stupid for entertaining that possibility. Meanwhile, your assistant can channel ghosts, and there's a country where visualizing the last few minutes of the deceased life is part of court proceeding. So I don't think it's out of the question that Mothman stabbed the dude. Okay. Okay.
And literally, I think in like the third one, what was the one that had the coffee loving guy?
Now, but I know what you're talking about. It's not that one. That one's weird because that's one where you would think it would have made sense. Spoilers for like a 20-year-old game. That's a one where I guess it would make sense if like the murderer had been a ghost, but in that one, the murderers the ghosts plotted, but they never actually killed anyone. It was Godo who killed who killed Misty while she was channeling, I think, Dahlia or something. I don't know. It's certainly the most game of all time, and I just love how they completely doubled on. There's always a scientific explanation for all these cases. You can't assume magic was involved in the murder. Anyway, I'm gonna go use that magic rock that tells me when people are lying. I'll be right back.
And what gets me is like, hang on, let me step back here. The first game I ever played in Ace Attorney was Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton. You know, it's like, oh, we're now in like a magical world where it's like everything's all like all the British and Cockney, but like, no, it's just mind control. It's like the ink is a hallucinogen, and
yeah, but that's like the kind of explanation Professor Layton games would always
the game treats like, oh, it can't, like in the 6th game, it's like, oh, it can't possibly really be time travel. It's like, can it though? Like, you got weird technology, like stuff like that. Like, I don't. This isn't like the modern time.
Didn't that also happen in friggin' sort of like in the first Apollo Justice at the end of at the final case or something? Or I don't know.
No, it wasn't time travel. That was a flashback.
Yeah, whatever. We're getting off topic. We're too off topic.
Okay.
You should play Ace Attorney, by the way. Everyone, if you have not played Ace Attorney yet, you should do that.
It is a ride.
As soon as possible.
Okay. Chapter 4. Too dang
normal.
Yeah,
I hope you're all ready for this chapter. This is where the fun begins.
This is a game where is Ark's lawyer. Oh, where's Ark? Oh.
Yeah, but that is easy to solve because Ark is licensed. And that is a license to kill. That is canonical.
You can transfer it to other things.
I mean, maybe you can get him for property damage when he used explosions to fasten his fly, but...
Hey, license to kills are license to kills like photo IDs. Like, can you use that to like buy alcohol?
I mean, if anyone needs to drink, it'd be a hitman.
Normal.
Do they have a learner's permit to kill? Like, you can kill, but you have to have like someone with an actual license to kill with you.
Normal path. I went back to my small room in the attic while everyone was still arguing. I knew I should have stayed and wrote everything down like I always do, but I just couldn't take it anymore.
Wait a goddamn minute. Hang on a
Whoa,
second.
it's got so meta.
Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Yeah, there's a reason why I wrote normal path in the character list when I should have wrote normal.
Oh, that's funny.
So hang on. So like I gotta ask: is his full name Normal, first name Normal, last name Pav, or is it first name Normal, middle name Pav?
No. It's Normal Seville.
Yeah, please.
It's Normal Seville. We're in his Pav.
Gotcha. So is he a chipmunk, or?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He's a Seville, so I assume so.
I'm making certain.
All my life I had been spending in everyone's shadow, documenting everything the Sevilles did without interfering and writing everything down too. Honestly, I don't even remember why I did it. It was just what my nature demanded of me. But this was finally going to change today. I wasn't going to watch on helplessly anymore why everyone wasted their time arguing. I was going to find Alvin and solve his situation, if it was the last thing I'd do.
Alright, this is me.
Where are you going, Norma? Aren't you gonna finish your manuscript?
A high-pitched voice asked behind me. I turned around and saw my best and only friend. F's in the chat for Normal Seville, please. A white mouse named Cleo, that have been living inside the attic for even before the civils bought the house.
So this is how it feels like skip a movie before watching the Avengers. So this is the level of disconnect that you'd experience in that kind of scenario.
There's actually a reason why I added this character. So originally at this point there was gonna be a discussion between Normal and Claire. However, I remembered that Claire was never released because she was taken into custody by Alvin, and it was never stated that she was released. So I was like, no, I can't have her at the Civil's house because she never got back there. But I still wanted someone to talk with Normal so he could go on his like spiel about his motivation. But based on what his character is now, like where he gets ignored by everyone, it couldn't be anyone from the Civils, so I just made up the character.
I love it.
Don't worry, she's gonna become relevant again.
Perfect.
I'm not finishing my manuscript today, Cleo. I'm going to search for Alvin and find out what the flip is going on. Language alert. Put your fucking kids to bed. There are fucking bad words in this fucking fanfic.
This show isn't for kids, which we mentioned to let the babies know out there how cool they are for listening.
This is rated K for kids shouldn't read this.
This is F for don't say the fuck word.
I'm so glad my daughter's in the other room right now.
You can say fuck on TV, but you can't say flip.
Can you
only
say
say it
fuck
on,
on TV?
you can't say it on
No,
the radio.
it's just a bit. I said / responded.
Rio?
Oh. Do you believe that you really got kidnapped and is not playing tricks on you?
Cleo asked / inquired. To be honest, I have no idea, but I'm going to find out either way.
When I come with you, I don't want you to get hurt.
She asked in a concerned tone. No, Cleo, I'm sorry, but the streets of LA area are too dangerous for a mouse such as yourself.
Now, Chipmunk, however.
I said / rebutted.
I mean, that's just some casual misogyny right there.
What is the relationship between this mouse and this chipmunk?
Yeah,
Unless
they're
it's
just
spoilers.
friends. She was just living there, and she was the only one who noticed.
Sure.
I guess. Come on, not everything has to be like. Are you implying this is they're like friends plus or something?
That's what I'm assuming. Yes.
Come on. I mean,
tell me, how many chipmunk sex stories have we read before?
Too many.
Exactly. But I trust you. We're just playing with you.
I see. 103. Please be careful, Normal. I don't want you to get hurt, Ed. I really don't.
Cleo sat and it looked like she was about to cry. I moved towards her and pat her head to comfort her. Trust me, I will, I said / ensured her. I then took my bag with the essentials for travel and left the house through a window. As I left the civil house, I could still hear the others arguing about the Alvin.
Yeah, the Alvin.
Oh yeah. Good times.
A few hours later, I was walking through the streets of LA, but still hadn't seen any trace of Alvin or any chipmunk for that matter. Yeah, just go through the streets, you will find something eventually. Maybe this was a bad idea, I thought to myself. Maybe I should turn back home before it gets dark. When I suddenly heard something coming from a dark alley.
Alright, Luna, this is you.
Don't play games with me, boy. Do you have the product or do you not?
A academic sounding voice demanded.
Don't you love when the voice is academic sounding?
Hold on, let me try to think of something academic. Don't play games with me, boy. Do you have the product or do you not?
A academic sounding voice demanded.
This is
Let's
for
say
the guy.
hypothetically, I wanted the product.
Who's this?
Hoodie guy?
That would be That's
Me.
That's wow. Yeah.
Which line?
Quiet down, man.
Okay.
Quiet down, man. Of course I have it, dude.
Z/ answered in other voice.
I love it.
This is hoodie guy again.
But say, aren't you that doctor who vanished along with that evil chipmunk guy yesterday?
What do you think I need the fake ID for?
The first voice said / yelled in an impatient tone.
Oh, this is the doctor. I thought this was John Wilson. I had the
No,
southern
the doctor.
Oh,
Okay,
shit,
then
it's the one time.
I'll switch
That's
back
why
to
he
the
has
southern accent.
an academic sounding voice.
Okay.
Do quiet down, man. Someone's gonna hear us.
The second voice responded concerned. What they both didn't know was that I already heard enough. I walked into the alley and came to face with a young guy in a hoodie and someone who I recognized as the doctor who had vanished from the hospital. Don't move, I yelled at them in an authoritative tone. They both froze.
Wait. No one at 3. What on earth are you?
Asked the young fuck, to which the doctor responded.
You idiot. Don't you see? That's one of them Seville brats. We've been found out.
In a panicked voice.
It is just Clemens. It sounded like you said the young fuck. I just thought that was funny.
Nah, man. That's one of the chipmunks. This one's got an N on his shirt. There's no Seville with that letter on his clothes.
What about 50 Komodo dragons?
Just one of those days.
The hoodie guy rebutted, which made me pretty angry. Do you have any idea who you are dealing with? I said annoyed.
Captain N, the game master.
The gay master.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was right there.
You two are facing the one and only normal Seville.
Dude, like, what are you even talking about?
The hoodie guy asked confusedly.
There's no chipmunk named Norman, Seville, or whatever. That doesn't exist.
Which made me even more enraged. That's it, you fiends, I said / announced in a determined voice. You two are going down.
And with what weapons, if you mind me asking?
The doctor asked in an amused voice.
Yeah, dude, you have, like, no weapons on you, man.
That didn't stop like the spider from Home Alone.
Hoodie guy added.
Normal is a writer, and the pen is mightier than the sword, so I think he'll do just fine.
Yeah. Those two powers combined, they can't do anything.
Oh no, they are right, I thought to myself in panic. Ah, I forgot. Never bring nothing to a gunfight. Shout outs to everyone who gets that reference. How was I going to take the humans out?
Get your gun and get rid of these pests now.
The doctor demanded of the hoodie guy, who was clearly reluctant.
Do we really have to hurt him, man? He's just a chipmunk dude. What is he gonna do?
So as you will see, he didn't bring nothing with him.
Yeah. As they were arguing back and forth, a great idea came to me. I took a can of soda out of my bag, shook it around a bunch, and then threw it at the two humans. The can exploded on impact with the ground and instantly made them covered with a sticky flavored sugar water.
This was, of course, partly inspired by
Snaps
me, my friends, and Ponasia. Except he used the soda like a landmine. He shook it and then he placed it on the ground, and someone touched it with his foot and it exploded.
Oh god damn it! You just now great. Now you reminded me of a joke from like the Billy and Mandy like Underfist movie where it's like it was supposed to be a spin-off but it didn't take off. Anyways, yeah, these candy monsters have like soda guns where they're like they shake it and it shoots like soda, you know, and it's like these soda guns don't do anything. And then like Haas Delgado was like, you know, the like washed up action heroes like they didn't make my clothes all sticky and gross. Now my only choice is to fight naked.
Yeah.
Sorry,
we all remember from volleyballs by Sugar Joy Juice Lemonade.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, god damn it. The guy's a sociopath. He's making them overdose on cocaine.
Was it cocaine?
No,
It was
it
some
wasn't
other
actually
drug.
cocaine they were using.
Cocaine
They
would've
just
made
put vodka.
Yeah, but cocaine would have
Yeah.
made sense, but it was just vodka.
Yeah, because apparently you can't taste vodka.
Yeah, you can't
But
taste
it was
vodka.
sugar, but they called it sugar. No, but they did call it sugar.
No, like no.
No, there was something
the cops
about
asked him
something
to, like-
about he said something about sugar, and then they thought he meant drugs like bean.
Like
That's how they tried
yeah,
to
like,
implicate him.
Yeah.
No, they thought he put cocaine in it, but he didn't put cocaine in it, even though cocaine would have made way more sense than vodka. That was
yes.
it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Ark could survive cocaine or vodka lemonade. His helmet is full of crack. I mean, you can't deal with that level of substance abuse. Nothing can get past you after that.
Okay, the hoodie guy.
Screw this. Man.
The hoodie
You say
guy
it
is...
again? I think you cut out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Screw this. I'm out, man.
There we go.
The hoodie guy screamed/whined as he flew the scene while the doctor held both hands in front of his face as his eyes probably got hit with drops of soda.
How do you scream/whine?
Very carefully.
Yeah, and just to cover our ass, don't try this at home, but do try this if you see a fake ID transaction. Throw soda at the criminals.
It's another one of our murder PSAs. It's like fake ID, throw soda. See a dinosaur running over.
I quickly took the opportunity to jump on his face as I screamed/demanded, "Tell me what you did with Elvin or I'm gonna claw your eyes out."
No, please, I'm not a big city doctor. My eyes.
He cried/begged.
It's not my fault. I just did it for the money. His offer was so high I couldn't refuse. A doctor's salary isn't that much in this day and age, and even though I knew it was wrong to do, I just couldn't. I couldn't help myself.
I looked on
We're all trying to
him.
make sense of this capitalist system.
I looked on him disgustedly for what he did. And who exactly is he? I asked. Was it Alvin? Was it Dr. Scott?
Neither of them.
The doctor went on whimpering.
It was another chipmunk. I don't remember his name. He looked a bit like you, but he wore this long black coat, and underneath it he had a black shirt with the letter M on it. And that's all I remember.
He said/confessed. Let me guess, black hoodie, black shirt, and the letter M was also black.
Yeah.
Long black coat, the letter M. Just who was this chipmunk he was talking about? Was he related to us in some way? Where did you take Alvin to? I asked in a demanding voice.
Sorry, I got some soda in my throat.
Oh no, don't die.
Oh no.
I brought him into the desert just outside Flamingo Heights. I exchanged Alvin for the reward money, and then he told me to leave.
He replied in a somewhat shaky voice.
I suspected they had a secret hideout somewhere near there. They didn't have any vehicles with them, and I can't imagine they carried him through the hot desert by foot.
That was pretty vague, but enough for me. Flamingo Heights was probably my best chance. I just spit on the man's face and then left, with him still on the ground. It disgusted me that he betrayed his responsibilities as a doctor for the monetary gains. As I was walking away from the scene, I vaguely noticed, from the corner of my eye, two police cars pulling up on him and taking him with them. The police cars arrested him.
Well, at least Fred Durst got away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually. Fred Durst was actually like a plan. It was all like a sting for like fake ID people.
Well, here goes nothing, I murmured to myself. Off to the Flamingo Heights.
All right. Do we want to do like 2 more chapters and then we just have to do 1 more stream?
I mean, if we do one more chapter, if we do 6 and 7, then that'll mean we'll be done half, and then the next stream could be the other half.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good idea
I
to
love
me.
that idea.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah, okay.
It'll be like turned bad, final conflict.
You want to take like 5 or whatever, or nah?
For 2 chapters, I don't think we need to do that.
Whatever.
Chapter 5, Flamingo Heights. Normal pop.
Yeah, just because someone in the comments mentioned it, yeah, Flamingo Heights is a real place. I just needed a place name, and I looked was like in the, like when you went from LA into the desert, what place names there were, and then I took Flamingo Heights because it sounded sorta cool.
Yeah.
That makes,
So, yeah,
makes
this
about as much sense
is
as anything
a real
else.
place, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
because-
this is a work of fiction, and any resemblance of real places is just purely coincidental.
Yeah, any resemblance of Fred Durst telling fake IDs is purely coincidental.
Yeah, he doesn't do that in real life, I'm sure.
Okay. Since I had no other options, I had to hitchhike all the way to Flamingo Heights. When I arrived at the small desert town, the dawn had already set in. I thanked the driver as I got out of the car.
Oh, has anyone claimed the driver yet?
No, but I can do it. No problem, man. But what kind of... Yeah, no problem, man.
He said.
But what kind of business do you even have in the middle of nowhere, if you don't mind me asking?
There's some family issues I gotta resolve, I replied / explained.
Yeah, I get that. Gotcha.
The man replied.
Just be careful. There's been some weird stuff going on around this town. Some shady figures snooping in and around the street, stuff like that. You got me? Good. Now get out.
Don't worry, I will, I said / assured him and went on my way. As I saw the sun creeping further beyond the horizon, I realized that I didn't bring enough money for a hotel or something like that with me. Well, guess I'll be sleeping outside then, with the rest
But
of the
like-
trash where I belong. I'm just normal civil.
Come on.
Oh,
No.
I thought to myself. I then came upon a building that looked like some sort of restaurant, as it had slick chicks, beer and burgers written on it.
Yeah, in case you don't know, that's the Slew Donut reference. There was a Sailor Moon fanfic that was called Going to Slick Chick's Beauty Salon.
I remember
And I just thought the idea that I always thought the idea that someone would willingly name their place Slick Chicks anything was so funny.
I mean,
to
no,
me.
I can definitely see some American restaurants being called some variation of like Slick Chicks beer and burgers. Like that's definitely a real place.
Hang on, I gotta look this up.
If it's not, then I've got an idea of a business venture that I would like to suggest.
Well, it's not a restaurant, but the first result says Slick Chicks adaptive panties for women. The fuck do you mean by adaptive panties?
Adaptive to what?
To your size, I guess.
Is it like or maybe it's like in like the Jimmy Neutron like Fairly Odd Parents crossover where it's like if you
Oh no,
expose it to, like, something-
oh no, I see what they are. No, I see what they are. It's so they're easier. So they're easier to like put on if you're like in a wheelchair, like have like mobility issues.
Well, screw me.
Oh.
Huh. Neat. All right.
Well, at least I should have enough money to buy dinner and maybe I can even sleep on the seats. I thought to myself as I entered the bar. Yeah,
But like you're a chipmunk, you could like sneak into anywhere and sleep anywhere theoretically.
Yeah, but that would be trespassing.
Yeah, and normal Seville is nothing if not law-abiding.
Yeah.
He performed a citizen's arrest when he saw people doing a fake ID scam.
Fair enough. All right.
I'm not too loud, am I?
No, you're fine.
Okay. Oh no, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my roommate.
Oh, right. Sorry. Hi, roommate.
I've got headphones on. She can't hear you.
She's a high in spirit.
Hello there, I said to the woman standing behind the counter. I would like a smash burger with 7 fries and a large wood bear, please.
A brute bear.
Oh no, that's a genuine misspelling.
You didn't have to admit to that.
That was totally. That was totally intentional.
No, I love it because that's a great idea for a D&D monster, the root bear.
I placed my order.
Thinking like a forest, like like you think it's like hibernating, but it's not. It's like part of the tree. Maybe it bleeds honey, just because the tree.
No, it bleeds sap, which then turns into honey somehow.
It bleeds honey because bears eat honey, and that's funny. Maybe it's got bees inside of it.
Technically, a lot of other creatures eat honey.
Yeah, but bears are like the thing.
Eat honey.
Yeah, but bears are like the honey creature.
Bears are like anything creature. They eat
not even the honey badger.
I'm gonna start sending you Winnie the Pooh lore.
We all watched Winnie the Pooh growing up. I know that. But again, there's a creature called the honey badger. It goes into bees' nests to eat their honey.
That's so crazy. Hey, do you have any honey in your cupboard? What's the bottle shaped like?
Sure, there's also like parasitic beetles that go into bees.
It's shaped like a bear. The honey bottle in our house is shaped like a bear.
I don't think they eat the honey. I think they eat the larvae, but
it's still full of honey.
It's
still full of honey.
Either way.
Okay.
Hang on. I'm conflicted. Do you want me to do like a little like southern twang, or do you want me to go off the walls?
Do whatever you feel like.
That doesn't help me.
Off the walls.
Do what your heart tells you.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, it's coming right up.
She replied.
But say, you wouldn't happen to be with those other chipmunks, do you? The chipmunks, right over there, the poison, Cusco's poison.
No, ma'am, she said / asked in a suspicious tone. No, ma'am, I'm just passing through, I explained / lied.
Yeah, good old / lied. Going back to the roots.
The roots of the bear.
The root bear.
What do you mean by these other chipmunks, if I might ask?
Oh, there's a shady group of chipmunks who always come here at dawn to drink some beer.
She explained / responded.
Thing is, no one here knows where they come from or where they go at night. But they're not staying in town, that's for sure.
She carried on with her account.
Now, I'm not one to be paranoid, but I always suspect that they might be related to that nutcase chipmunk supremacist that's been up all over the news lately. What was his name again?
You mean Alvin Scott, right? I asked her.
All right, the Alvin, the chipmunk supremacist Alvin, Cusco Alvin.
Loving your Patrick, Patrick Warburton voice. Loving that.
Patrick Warburton, yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate it. That was his name. Should have stick to some singing if he asked me. Say, you're related to him in some way? Your face looks kind of similar.
She asked with slight suspicion in her voice. Oh no, of course not, I assured her. I have nothing to do with him. My name's Normal, by the way. Normal Silvara, I added.
Oh, right. I had to.
Yeah.
I regret nothing.
Phew, that was a close one, I thought to myself. I couldn't let her on to the fact that I'm one of the civils, even when she probably didn't even know of my existence.
I mean, you best not chance it with these kind of things. Well, Normal, make sure to stay away from those weirdos. Not that they give you any weird ideas. Oh, look at me talking. I should probably get on with preparing your food before you starve.
She said apologetically as she left off to the kitchen.
A mama's bear hibernating eating special. Because like apparently he's an amazing cook, and he just works at the restaurant. That's where that's going from.
A short time later, I was drinking my root beer and eating my burgers and fries, when suddenly the restaurant's door was opened and a small group of chipmunks that had sunglasses on, their faces came in.
That was intentional. I guess I can take this one. Hey, slick chick, the usual for me and my friends, please, and make it quick.
One of the strange chipmunks demanded. When the owner finally brought them their food, they then went to the table that was right behind me. I tried listening into their conversation while also staying as inconspicuous as I possibly could.
Yo, John, I heard your daughter is still whining about her captive, eh?
One of the strange chipmunks said.
John Wilson.
Weren't you also John Wilson?
I was. I thought John was a different. Okay, I mixed up John with a different character. Okay.
Wait, is that supposed to be Goon? Who says that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Weren't you Rose Wilson?
I was, and I also was John Wilson. I didn't realize this. I didn't realize this John.
Yeah, maybe
John
John should take John Wilson.
Okay, then you take head leader then, I guess.
Okay.
That's cool with you.
All right.
Okay.
And I guess the line before was mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, John, heard your daughter still whining about her captive, eh?
One of the strange chipmunks said.
I'm afraid you heard right.
Replied the other one, who I assumed was John.
I'm sorry. It's go on, you first.
You got.
I'm sorry. It's taking all my willpower to not do a Bill Cosby impression. It's like I don't know why. That's the first voice that came to mind, but there we go. Hey, I already talked to her about it. She'll get over with eventually. There we go. I figured it out.
I assumed the captive he spoke of was none other than Alvin, which meant that they were probably from the secret base the bad doctor had spoken of.
The bad doctor. We've heard of the good doctor, but here's the bad doctor.
So I kept on listening to their conversation, and when they were finally done and leaving the bar, I just left the money on the counter and then went right behind them. I then followed them into the now ice-cold desert night. After what seemed like an hour to me, they finally arrived at what looked like a strange rock formation. I snuck behind another rock and watched them carefully.
Rock formation. One of the group. Of this pod, a certain part of the rock.
One of the group held his paw at a certain part of the rock.
After which a periscope-like
yeah.
structure.
Yeah, so yeah.
You came in?
Yeah, I shouldn't try reading this and reading my notifications on my phone at once. Kinda doesn't work.
Yeah.
That'd do it.
Which a periscope-like structure rose out of a rock and a voice could be heard saying,
I guess this is me again. Code? Well, I guess, John, you can take this line.
Here we go. I got a bit. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's a great joke.
I hope Jerry
like my
Seinfeld
Jerry Seinfeld impression.
One of the chipmunks said / answered, after which the rock split open, revealing an entrance. It seemed like I had finally found the secret base. So that's supposed to be a secret code? I thought. It's just a simple tongue twister. I then walked up to the rock and put my hand / paw onto it, hoping that I would be let in. Soon the periscope-like structure rose from the ground again and the voice from before came up again asking,
Who are you and what is your business here?
I was just in town with the other boys and fell back on the way home. Can you open the door, please? I said / lied.
Only if you say the code.
The voice responded. Fine. How much chuck would a could chuck if a woodchuck would chuck good? I said / asked.
I love that.
After a long pause, the gate finally opened up. Well, that was easy.
God. Please be consistent with your terrible passwords.
I guess maybe that's why it was the long pause. Because that's not the password, is it?
Oh,
Maybe
we'll
it's
see
just
what
me.
happens.
It's like, hang on, what's the passcode again? How much chunk could a woodchuck chook? That's why I took it. That's why it took them a while. They were trying to figure it out themselves.
I thought as I went into the base, which was very dark inside. I wonder if there's a light switch somewhere. I asked to myself, but then suddenly the light turned on and I could see that I was surrounded by chipmunks that were wearing uniforms and had black rifles on them, which they were pointing at me.
All right, head leader.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. Intruder alert.
Freeze right there and put your hands up while you're at it.
The head leader of the guard screamed. I did as he demanded.
How stupid do you take us for, boy, thinking that we wouldn't recognize you're sneaking into our headquarters? You didn't even say the code correctly. We let you in as a joke.
It's the prank.
I mean, that makes more sense, so.
We let you in as a joke and you're not to see the punchline.
The head leader...
The joke.
That's a line of us punching you. Got him.
The head leader said / mocked. This is just a misunderstanding, I swear. I tried to lie, but they didn't buy it.
Yeah. You rolled a 2 on deception. Take him to the boss now.
The head leader told the other guards.
He will know what to do. He will know what to do with this imposter.
Amogus.
If I hear any of you singing that little jingle, I'm sending you through the air vent. Where?
Yeah, I even spelled it like in the meme on purpose.
After which they escorted me at gunpoint through the secret base to what I assumed was the office of their boss. Well, at least I would find out now who was behind all this. We shortly thereafter arrived at a large room that had large futuristic-looking black and red desk in its middle, with a large leather chair behind it, and there was also a large object in the back that had been hung off by a cloth. Inside of the chair sat a black cloak and... fuck. Yeah, it's good that we stopped
It's
soon.
alright.
Inside of the chair sat a chipmunk in a black cloak and a black shirt with an M on it, his face obscured by shadows.
Well.
Finally, he's back.
The chipmunk spoke, and I swore that his voice sounded familiar.
Look who was snooping around in my humble base of operations.
Sir, I wish you wouldn't speak like that.
I speak how I wish. Oh!
Oh yes,
I'm
darling.
calling.
Let me flex away.
I'm going to contact HR.
I am HR.
Can't be
Or
correct.
isn't my old pal normal Seville? Not 1, not 3.
He said in a mocking / belittling tone.
Just had him passing a kidney stone.
How do you know my name? I asked in confusion.
Come on, normal. Don't say you've forgotten me too.
He said in a disappointed voice as he stood up, which made his face move out of the shadows. I gasped as I finally recognized who was standing in front of me. It was... to be continued.
Yeah, don't worry, we're reading one more chapter.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
we-
this actually,
at the half
actually,
mark.
I think it'd be funnier if we just stopped, if we just called it now.
Yeah,
It's
but
literally a
Nah,
to be
but
continued.
then...
But we
then
want
it
to
would be
finish
too long
half,
next stream,
so-
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Also, there's gonna be enough. Well, actually, I don't think there's one at the. I mean, every chapter has like some sort of stinger, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Okay. Chapter 6. Malice. Normal path. I couldn't even say a word as I stared in disbelief at the chipmunk who was standing before me. After a moment of silence that felt like an eternity to me, I finally managed to get some words out of my mouth.
Manson, Chipmunk Manson?
What?
Qua! You were behind all of this? I asked / stuttered.
Did you do the Hank Hill thing just there? The blah?
Yeah,
Oh.
for reference, I was trying to do like a Charlie Manson joke.
Yeah, I know.
God.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I didn't really know if you were doing a Charles Manson or a Marilyn Manson joke.
I see. It was nice.
Please, normal. I haven't gone by in a long time. You may call me, not 1, not 3, Malice.
Said, with
I feel
an
a
evil
chip in my
grin
veins.
appearing on his face. Malice? Malice Seville? I asked, trying to hold back a giggle because of how stupid that name sounded, which clearly annoyed him.
I'm annoyed. Oh, trust me, normal. Soon you won't be laughing anymore.
He said with his grin.
He said with his grin.
Yeah.
That's a very descriptive, a very...
Well, like Evan did things with his stick.
Oh yeah. He had to like
No.
get up without he didn't have any sticks around, so he had to use his stick. So
Yeah.
stick shift, like that.
How to drive a stick shift. What was it? How to
With a
drive
broken
with a
leg.
broken foot or something.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Not once I commence the second phase of my evil master plan.
Because of my agenda! Dun, dun, dun.
So you were the one who paid off that doctor to kidnap Alvin, I said / assessed. And let me guess, you probably also commissioned that Sonic inflation porn on DeviantArt, also commissioned that X-Virus from Dr. Scott.
Guilty about the Sonic stuff.
I was the one that peed in your milkshake. Just made the one up. I didn't even know where that's from.
I feel like my interpretation of Malice would do that, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Malice just smirked evilly.
Oh, normal, that's nothing.
He said in a mocking tone.
How about directing those humans to destroy Alvin's lab, to turn him evil, setting up the Wilson family to find Alvin after his return, spreading conspiracy theories about humans secretly trying to destroy chipmunk kind to force a war between the species? And that is just the beginning.
That was all you? I asked in a shock of what he'd been doing. But why? Why go through all of this trouble to cause havoc?
Isn't it obvious, normal?
He answered / responded in a dark tone of voice.
You, of all chipmunks, should know. No, 1, not 3.
Wait, what do you mean by that? I asked, confused.
Well, it's quite easy. We too are the forgotten ones of the chipmunks, the ones who no one ever knows exist, while the others have their careers and fame. We stay in the shadows without getting any credit for anything.
Malice began his explanation / exposition.
I'm trying to monologue here. Maybe you don't quite get it like I do after all. You at least have that stupid manuscript to write. But me? All anyone ever does is say one thing to me and then immediately forgetting I'm there. Don't even get to answer them most of the time. Not 1, not 3.
His voice sounded bitter as he continued his monologue.
There it is. My whole life is like a video game, has been nothing but a sick inside joke. But that is about to change once I use the power of the X-Virus to destroy the world. And once everything's in ruin, everyone will know the name Malice Seville.
And the Oscar goes to...
The way you end the paragraph that's what gets me.
He finished his sick diatribe. You want to destroy the world just because you don't feel appreciated? You are out of your flippin' mind, I said / yelled in disbelief.
Watch that potty mouth of yours. Of course! That is not the actual reason why I'm doing this, normal. Truth be told, I just like seeing people suffer. It amuses me. You see, I realized long ago that we are all just puppets of a malevolent power. Every single thing we do, be it positive or negative, only matters in how much it entertains the higher ones. Morals, empathy, and all that shit doesn't actually matter as long as it is entertaining. And
Yeah, no,
aren't
sorry,
you
He's going on an existential rant. Just come back a little bit later. No, he's busy. Yeah, come back later.
And aren't you... Are you not entertained right now, Normal? I made some improv there. Isn't it amazing what I can accomplish for myself? These stupid rats probably don't even remember why they're at a war with humanity.
He asked with a twisted smile, a P-wing on his face.
If
Throwback
this
to when the House of Roses family appeared.
Nice. If I gotta say though, if this was somehow a movie, this would be the best villain song of all time.
Oh, we're not
Well,
gonna
it would
write
be
this
better
into a
than
song.
this is the thanks I get, so.
Yeah, but anything would be better than this is the thanks I get.
Every villain song is better than Thanks I Get by default.
I think what they should do from now on is whenever Disney has a movie that they think might flop, what they need to do is they need to release it to a bunch of like absolutely deranged like 14 to 25-year-olds and tell them to like remake it. It won't be good, but at least it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll
Down
be
for that.
funnier.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
these from outer space. That is an actual line. That is an actual lyric.
The reason why
that.
this is the thanks I get is the song that makes me so annoyed is because when you listen to it, like there are parts of it where you think if you would just worded this slightly differently and change like this lyric, like you can see like where it could have been a good song, and that just makes it like an even more annoying song because you know how it could have been better and how it's just not.
I actually like spent like watched 2 videos like just like about someone just like dissecting like, all the songs and how it's just so bad.
Like it's bad objectively.
Like no, all the songs. Like one of the lyrics is "If we don't fight, he knows he wins." Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no.
To answer your
But are they
question,
as bad as any song from here, my picture? No, our drawings?
to answer your
Has
questions,
anyone besides me seen that here?
I forget. I don't think
Sorry,
so. No.
no, I'm not. No, it's not, and you are just a twisted sicko. Civil,
Thank you.
I shouted in response.
I told you not to call me that.
He muttered under his breath, annoyed at what I said.
Oh, it's a grunt voice. That I just got that. That's what you're doing, I think.
I'm not actually trying to go for grunt. I'm just maybe a little inspiration from grunt, but
Of course. A grunt is an inspired being.
He then shouted towards one of his henchmen.
hey, John, why don't you take off that rug and show our newest project to our guest?
One day we'll unionize.
It's kind of-
John walked to the hung-off thing in the back of the room and took off a piece of cloth, revealing it to be a cage. But what shocked me was who was in that cage. Alvin? I said / asked.
The one and only, like Madonna.
This is also a throwback line because this is what Alvin said at one point in New Life, New Conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Mele said in a mocking tone.
Isn't it beautiful, Normal? Alvin has lost all sense of self and direction. He only knows 2 things. How to kill and to always obey my command.
Alvin just sat inside of a cage, staring into nowhere, his eyes all black with red pupils and a horrifying static grin on his face. He didn't even seem to acknowledge my presence. Meliseville? What the hell are you doing? Meliseville, you are sick and twisted in the head. I said, angry at the sight of Alvin in the cage.
Thank you. Oh, wait. You already said that.
Said Melis, amused.
Guards, bring him to the cell with that other brat.
He demanded of the guards who stuck their guns into my back and escorted me to the cell.
Yeah, just keep it moving, buddy. Just keep moving.
As we left the room, I could hear Melis shout after me.
Just wait for when we start the second phase! Normal! It will be a blast!
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's a great deranged laugh. That's very good.
That was the
That
best
is
evil
great.
laugh I've heard in a while.
Man, that's draining.
Of course, I know how you feel. Welcome to the Grunt Club.
Yeah, since we're at the lowest point of normal civil in the within the plot, I think it's a good moment to cut this off for now.
Yes, we will
So yeah,
resume.
what did you all think so far?
It's great.
Yeah,
I love it.
I just kind of came to me right now, but I just love how awesome it is that the bad guys go to the local burger shop and discuss their criminal acts there.
I mean, nobody cares.
Yeah.
You can do that in like an American burger shop. Like they don't care. Like they got better. You're not the first person to do that. Like the waitress don't care, and they'll care even less if you give like, just put down like a $20 tip or something like when you're leaving. Like you could plan a murder and death, and they're not gonna snitch on you. That's the
That's
power
also
of
just a
good.
very common occurrence in Florida to just go and discuss your evil plans
They're
in the diner.
they're in California.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought Flamingo.
they're in
Oh,
California. Yeah, I guess there might be a Flamingo Heights in Florida. I guess, but this is Flamingo Heights in California.
I don't think there's any
Like because
desert.
they live in like LA, and
Yeah.
like I said, I looked up places near LA on
I-
Google Earth.
Any desert on the East Coast?
Hmm.
I don't think there is. Yeah, we don't have any desert on the East Coast.
Maybe
Unless-
speak like a metaphor or something like that.
Yeah, unless with your help we can make some changes to Virginia.
Oh God.
As long as West Virginia takes the fall, I don't care.
We set up a GoFundMe with the goal of starting a desert.
GoFundMe, with just your donations, we can turn the entirety of Virginia, and we can cover the entirety of Virginia in a 3-inch layer of sand and plant saguaro.
Yeah.
It's going to be like an RP center for just the Dust Bowl era of the United States.
We will redirect all the water in Virginia to West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the next stream will be in 2 weeks at the same time. As
Yep.
always, don't leave any reviews on anything we cover, or we will start the second phase.
This might be the exception.
I mean, you can leave
Yeah, this
reviews
is
on
the
this, I
exception, I
think.
guess.
Yeah.
You can leave
Well,
reviews
yeah.
on this, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel
but
free to
otherwise,
harass this author.
otherwise we start the third Impact Summer event phase.
Third Impact Summer event, yeah.
I like that joke. I need to figure out how to do like a chipmunk AI image generation. I don't know.
If I wrote this at a later point, I would have probably put a reference to that in this.
I appreciate
There
that.
would probably be a random song number where it's where it's just Komsusatot, where it's just that song.
Just the theme song to Evangelion? Is that what you're talking about, or
No, the one where it's like
Come Sweet Death. Yeah.
yeah.
I know I've let you down. that came out more like SpongeBob than it was Alvin and the Chipmunks. Speaking of, did y'all hear the leaked audio of like Sailor Mouth? There was like 2 sound bites where it's like that were leaked, like from an episode. You know, they actually cursed, but like it was like bleeped out. But one was leaked and one was like, "Hey." That was. Do y'all not know what I'm talking about, or
I don't know much about Sailor. I don't think I've ever watched any Sailor Moon.
I haven't
Sailor
either,
Mouth?
honestly.
Sailor Mouth, SpongeBob?
Yeah, I think I know what you're referring
Oh,
to.
okay.
The episode where they say
Okay, I know what
swear
you're
word
talking
and
about.
it
Oh, I
gets
know what
beeped
you're
out.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Gotcha. Like, cause I can't remember an episode of Sailor Moon where they're like swearing the entire time.
I mean, I don't know what happens at Sailor Moon.
Just a lot of weird
Sailor Moon,
stuff.
she was a Sailor Moon. She was like a horse girl, right? Like she had a literal horse head. I saw that on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I think so. Makes about as much sense.
Yeah. So let's end this right here. If you do not like, then do not read. Bye.
Late, y'all.
Bye.
All right, peace out.
Bye.